we lost a very special part of film industry. I remember the last time I met Satish sir, he said, "Tu kaisi hai?" मैंने कहा मैं ठीक हूँ. काम कर रही है ना तो ठीक ही होगी. So that's how much he loved cinema. And so we're all here for Kabza, which we made with all our love, a lot of hard work. Chandru, our director, has put his heart and soul into this film. He has this ability to dream big, and he's made his dream come true. And here we are. I've really enjoyed being part of this film. When I first saw the small teaser, which he showed me, I was blown away. I was like, wow, I need to be part of this film. And the first day I wore my outfit and I went on the set, and how EJ, cameraman, he lit up the whole set. I felt like, wow, I belong here. This is amazing. And when I first time met Upendra sir, literally the word is blown away, because he's such a big star, such a big superstar, yet so humble, so down to earth. He has, he's a director, actor, been there, done it all, but there's not even this much of ego, not this much of attitude, but so easy to work with, so simple, and always so supportive. Thank you, sir. Thank you for being part of the film. I love the little hand movement that you've done. It's like the heartbeat, yeah. So thank you for everyone to be part of the film, from the sets, which are larger than life, but there's a lot of soul in there. From the direction to everyone part of the film. Thank you, Anand sir, for believing in it. And thank you all for being here. I always believe the film that I'm doing will become a big hit. I pray to Krishna that it will become a big hit. And I hope that with all your love and support, this becomes a huge hit. Thank you.
Your balance sheet is doing very well so far, so I think it should work. But I have to ask the most cliched question. In so much of action and so much of chaos, I mean, even the trailer, there are things falling apart all the time. Now, there's this lovely poster with a very regal you inside it. It's looking beautiful.
Yeah.
How are you being able to be so calm in such a film with so much of chaos and action that is going on? So please do tell me about it.
Look, मेरे को dance करना पसंद है, मुझे कथक करा लो. So that's why the song with which the first thing that we shot for the film was the song Namami Namami, and but मुझे action से बहुत डर लगता है, बहुत डर लगता है.
In a film like this,
मुझे तो बहुत डर लगता है. जैसे ही वो जिमी जो पीछे से आती है और वो फायर होता है, वो डस्ट आती है, और जब वो सब कुछ करते हैं तो मैं तो बिल्कुल ही डर जाती हूँ. मैं तो बोलती हूँ मुझे मत कराओ.
So how did you? So Chandru sir, you can answer.
देखो हमारे पास बहुत अच्छा डायरेक्टर था, उसने मुझे बैकग्राउंड में रखा है, ओके, एक्शन सीक्वेंस में.
I will ask Chandru sir, you answer in Kannada if you want. No problem. We'll
No, I love action sequences, but ये लोग तो काम नहीं देंगे अगर मैं ऐसे बोलूँगी.
But दूर से देखना पसंद.
तो दूर से एक्शन बड़े पर्दे में देखने में बहुत मजा आता है.
This very sweet gentleman is a mammoth director, writer. Away, we were discussing a while back also how you look so calm, sweet, and composed, but you are very different on the set.
You have to listen to when he's narrating the story to you. So, madam, you're like this, and you're standing here, and then the hero comes and sees it, and he's crying there, and I'm like, Manoj, why is he crying? And then this happens, and then it is an emotional scene. I'm not even in that scene, but that's a scene which Upendra sir seen. With you also he cried? But when he was narrating the script to you?
No, he cried only when he had to pay me.
Shreya, you have worked in films of multiple languages, including Hindi and even down south. How do you think that has added to your growth, and now you are like feasible working in any language?
Language changes the flavor of the people, and India is a country where currency is printed in 19 languages. And it also is something that brings us all together. And it was very beautiful feeling for me. I still remember the first time I took a flight to go to Hyderabad to give my first screen test. And I felt how different but how beautifully similar we all are. So when I started working in different languages, it was interesting because you learn the language, you learn the culture, you understand, and everything is so similar yet so different. So I feel like the captain of the ship is always the director, but I feel the simplest way to explain to you is how English humor is different from British humor, American humor and British humor. And so it's interesting to understand and see all of that, but at the same time, there is so much more that you can tell in different languages. And I guess you'll understand it now today more than ever before because of all the platforms just so, you know all the films in different languages and you've seen them. And the more local you are today, the more rooted you are, the more global you are. And for me, I started working in different languages. So I learned that, I explored, I worked with different directors, different co-actors. And it never allowed me to be very comfortable because every time you are like, it's almost you're starting all over again. And so that kept me on my toes. And also, I feel for me, I love what I do and I would want to do it till the time I'm alive. And I love acting. And different languages, for me, was just a small barrier. But on a deeper level, it was my way of learning a lot more that I wouldn't have had if I just did one language. But living in this country, it's beautiful that we have so many languages and how connected we are. And so when a Kannada film does well, internationally, it's an Indian film that has done well. Or when a Telugu film does well, it's an Indian film. And so it was just beautiful to feel that oneness when I traveled all across the country.
What attracts you towards these anti-hero films? Like you have played negatively, it's in say Iga, you did a Dabang which was negative, now there's Kabza which is a gangster film. What attracts you to this zone of cinema?
Sir, every time I did some negative or something, more than anything, it was more emotional, sir. One Salman Khan sir will call, or Chandru will call, or Rajmouli sir will call. So I guess, by the end of the day, it's about all of them want me, and that's a great feeling. And for example, Dabang is a completely out and out villain. It's not like Makki, it's not like Iga, it's a different role. But then if somebody is wanting you there and if that's going to make them happy and if that's going to add some bonus to the film, why not? But it kind of pinches me also a little, First I get beaten up by a fly and then next is Mr. Salman Khan. So by the end of the day I keep asking, okay, what happened by the end of it? Okay. I just see some smiling faces. Of course, Makki was one of the greatest experiences and today it's not about just me, sir. As in the beginning of the career, it's about me, all about me. My films, my Friday, whether even Upendra sir is responsible, and as I told you, he's my hero. But if his film is clashing with mine on Friday, I want to win. That's how it's supposed to be. But you go on after some time, you just like how Mr. Pandit sir just now said that we got a great date where we are not clashing. So we all come and settle there, and So here comes films also, where they come and offer you certain roles. We really don't look in too much about the space or like how much of time screen space you have or what. The only thing we want to make first beginning, are you making a difference to the poster first? If yes, and there is one whole group who's trying to make a great film. I think today cinema is standing at a very beautiful phase where we collaborate for many reasons, just not the protagonist or the antagonist. It's just about many things together. Like Shreya, she's here, she's done this role and she's right in center. And she's looking the best. Upendra sir is the hero, but look at him. He looks like the villain now. And I'm pointing my gun at somebody else. See, point is not that, but overall when you talk, you just said, this other gentleman here, he said the Kabza trailer was fantastic. It's fantastic because so much of collaborations have happened, so much of efforts are coming from many people. So I think that's how cinema is today.
This is now becoming familiar territory for him. When you see a big film like this, it's magnum opus, the background score, the colors, the action. this is the kind of film that a lot of us like to watch also, you know, and that has been working very well last 2-3 years. You being a part of this, you with Upendra sir, you with Chandru sir, just tell me about your experience. A little closer this way, yes. क्योंकि हमारे कुछ additions हो गए, so let's move a little this way, yes. Little more? Okay, yes sir.
सर इतने देर लगेगा तो क्वेश्चन भूल जाऊंगा सर. हो गया अभी ओके. Okay. So good evening, ladies and gentlemen. It's always a privilege back to be in Mumbai with all of you lovely people. So thank you for welcoming all of us from Karnataka back to Mumbai once again. And thank you, sir, especially to you. Thank you. So coming back, today I should admit that if at all, first of all, I became an actor. I became trying to be a hero is a separate thing. If I became an actor at all, that is because of Mr. Upendra sir. I was one of those people who always wanted to work as an assistant director to him. He knows that. And I was in his team. And it was one of those days where he just looked at me. I don't know what he had in mind, whether he wanted to check me out as an assistant director, I don't know. So he just said, why don't you become an actor? Why are you wasting your time here? And those years and that age is that, you know, when we think everybody's right except us. You know, so I took it seriously. I went and did some photo shoot and everything and came back. And he was the first person that I showed.
Such a handsome guy coming and approaching me as assistant director.
So sad that only men were finding me handsome at that time, sir. That was okay. So, but today I have said this a couple of times in my state, and today I wanted to say that to Mumbai also, that I'm not just standing here being a part of this film. I'm standing here with one of my heroes, Mr. Upendra sir, who we all admire.
Big round of applause, ladies and gentlemen. That big words.
A lot of us have learned a lot from him, technically also. So yes, now I have had these opportunities to see all his films in theaters. Then I got this wonderful opportunity to work with him in a film called Mukunda Murari. So this is my second with him. And both the films I played my cameo. And he's someone we always want to see giving the biggest of the hits in our state because of what he has contributed to our industry. Okay, so me being a part of this film, apart from the span and the scale, is always a pleasure because, yeah, it is him. And secondly, because this wonderful human being standing next to me, Chandru. So it is not all the time that we want to be a part of the film just for the script or the scale. It is sometimes for the people, you know, and the people's intentions and the honesty they want to put it into films. And he has always been working very hard, and there's no way that I could say no to him also. You know, keeping apart everything else. So the first thing is that I wanted to be a part, and today also we are here just so that, you know, we all put in our efforts to make this happen. And seeing the trailer, sitting from there, I think it's always a pride being coming from Karnataka, coming from our language. If our language films are being so adored and respected and, you know, welcomed so well, it's always a privilege, sir.
मैं शिवण्णा के साथ एज ए डायरेक्टर काम किया, एज ए हीरो काम किया, and I am really lucky because Shivanna is such a what to say, he is such a legendary and he is such a sweetheart. No, he showed actually all these reels and he wanted to continue in the second part. I think so. I am fixing him actually for that. No? Yeah. Then all this character comes and most probably Kichha and Shivanna carry this second part. I think so. I don't know what is there in his mind.
Why die or what?
We don't know. He is not telling anything actually.
Well, we don't know the story of second part. I don't know.
After what you said that you reported at 8 o'clock and 4 o'clock was a shot. We will talk separate business now, if in case it happens.
Hi, this is Runa
Anand sir,
from
Faizan this side from Bollywood.
Yeah, Runa.
Bollywood Now. आनंद जी इस तरफ आपके सामने बॉलीवुड नाउ से फैजान, मेरा सवाल आपसे है, इतनी बड़ी स्टार कास्ट को एक साथ लाना कितना मुश्किल हो गया आपके लिए? जिस तरीके से अभी सुदीप जी ने भी बोला कि चंद्रू सर को बीच में रोना भी पड़ गया उनकी फीस के लिए, आप दोनों से मेरा सवाल है, कितना मुश्किल था तीनों को कन्विंस
वो ऐसे मजाक में बोला था यार, हेडलाइन मत बनाओ आप, ऐसे बोल दिया था मैं, दोस्त है हमारे।